After my rebirth, the whole family can hear my heart. Do you want to tell Dad? The adopted son he took great care of was actually my mother's illegitimate son. I saw my dad take the illegitimate child's hand, suddenly shaking. Don't tell the second sister. He was deliberately nourished by my mother. I saw my second sister who was addicted to playing games. The phone suddenly got hot. If the eldest sister knew that her leg was hit by her mother, will she be sad? I saw my eldest sister in a wheelchair. The hair is smoking. What a contradiction, if I let them know that all my mom did was just to marry his bamboo horse. Is this family falling apart? I saw the whole family look at my mom with different eyes. In my previous life, I just quarreled with Yanzi at home. My mother brutally threw me out of a 13th floor window. Go down and kill me on the spot. After death I have no strength to dissipate. Instead, it became a wisp of soul and followed my mother. So I knew all my mom's secrets. She married my dad just to get high. In fact, he already has a man he likes. He also bore the man a son. That is, our adopted son will be sent for a few years. My mom has been married to my dad ever since. I've been planning how to take my dad's property as my own. And together with the man he loved and his son, he became a rich, loving family. Surprisingly, I was born again, back to the day my mother adopted Song Jinian back home. It won't be long to call Dad in a few years. My mother brought Song Jinian to my father. Hurry up and greet him. Song Jinian didn't dare to look directly at anyone. Like a frightened deer. He didn't mean to show his arm outside. All traces of whipping. It is such a harmless and tolerant appearance of humans and animals. Let my dad have the first impression of him. Show mercy and then treat him as your own. Even better than me. For fear of mistreating him. Just when my dad took the initiative to reach out to pull Song Jinian. What should I do? Should I tell my dad? Song Jinian is actually my mother's illegitimate child. I saw my dad holding Song's hand for several years, obviously shaking. He looked left and right. Finally look at me. I blinked. Looking at him innocently. I frowned. I thought I was hallucinating. Next, Song Jinian leaned on his father's shoulder and cried bitterly. To gain my father's sympathy. The next second, I saw Song Jinian take the initiative to approach my father's arms. And she starts crying. In my last life, my dad was very moved. He also patted Song Jinian to comfort him. He can't cry at this moment. He kept looking at me. Lu Huai, are you talking? No. I deny it. Then I was born too new to let my dad know that I was born again. He will definitely see me as a monster. My dad's eyes are like copper bells. Incredible face. At this moment, my mother kindly bent forward to persuade Song Jinian. Don't cry. This is your home. Then he turned to me and said, Lu Huai. After you take Jinian back to his room. I promise. I silently muttered in my heart that Song Jinian was going to fall down the stairs for a while. Then say I pushed him. Sure enough, Song Jinian followed me halfway. Suddenly tumbled down the stairs. My mother rushed over immediately and hugged Song Jinian. Nervously asked Sedum. What's your trouble? Don't blame brother Lu Huai. I was cunning and accidentally fell down the stairs. Song Jinian said, in pain. My mom immediately told me harshly. It will be your brother in a few years. How can you target him? Did we spoil you since you were a child? Anything bad can be done. My dad came over at the moment. Obviously not as excited as my mom. Some saw me a few years ago. Dad quickly said, Dad, don't blame your brother. I know he just couldn't accept my arrival for a while. After all, he used to have only one son at home. I can understand him. This was the case in the last Song dynasty. Success made my dad biased against me. That I had no compassion. Then Song Jinian intensified his slander of me. It made my dad more and more disappointed in me so as to spoil her alone. This time I thought it was over. It was over. I'm going to be blamed by my parents again. No matter how I explain it, they won't listen. I still don't say it. I saw the way my dad looked at me. With some guilt and sadness. The next moment, my father slapped Song Jinian hard in the face. Just blinded him. I saw my mom there. Can't react for a while. My dad said angrily that I just saw it very clearly. You fell. You actually slander. No wonder you were adopted and returned. The poor must have something to hate. Adoption of Nobu Matsui. Of course, it's my mom's decision. My mom said it was pitiful to see a little boy while doing charity at the orphanage. He'd been adopted before, but was abused by that family. I can't bear to take him home. He said I was the only boy in the house. Bring it back and be with me. My dad can't stand my mom's soft and hard bubbles. I agreed. Originally, my mother and Song Jingyan had fully prepared everything, but I didn't expect it to be exposed on the first day. It is clear that my mother deliberately blocked in front of my father just now. I'm just worried that he will see the truth. Song Jingyan were scared out of my mind by my dad. I had to ask my mom for help. My mother quickly explained that Sedum had been abused. Lack of security. So there were some delusions about some things. It's all a misunderstanding. You see, you are so on the line. Don't scare the kids. My dad is about to expose my mom's conspiracy. He suddenly heard my heart again. If you expose your mother at this time, he won't admit it. You can also scare the snake. After all, my mother now holds a lot of shares in the company. And he paused. I said in my heart that the two sisters must also be on my mother's side. Mom is usually a loving mother. Dad is a strict father. Really make a fuss. Maybe the two sisters will help their mother. My father went silent. Dig Bottom thinks what I said makes sense. He tried to suppress his temper. Say such things to my mother and Song Jingyan. I don't want it to happen again. Song Jingyan nodded obediently. He still looks like he has been greatly wronged. Countless take him to the room. My father directly instructed the housekeeper, Uncle Wu, to quickly bring Song Jingyan upstairs. My mom wanted to explain it to my dad. The purpose, of course, is to make my dad accept it faster and like to give it away for a few years. But this time my dad took my hand. I walked away from my mother without looking back. My mother looked at my father's figure inexplicably. Usually he just coaxes my dad. My dad would be happy. Why are you suddenly ignoring him now? I glanced back at him. I can't help but smile coldly. He doesn't know yet that his good days are coming to an end, does he? And my dad took me back to my room. He looked at me seriously. You tell Dad. Do you know anything about your mother? I look innocent. Shake your head quickly. I don't know. I said in my heart that I can't say. Said Dad would be disappointed. In my last life, I found out that my mother and an uncle came out. After telling Dad, Mom said I would spread rumors at a young age. Dad also said that I don't have kin. It's just that my mother has doted on me a little more. In a few years, I will be afraid that the world will not be chaotic. Afraid that my mother will no longer love me. When I saw my dad, his eyes turned red. Heartache and guilt. He said in his arms. You are father's son. Dad cares about you the most in his life. I also love my dad the most. I'm very touched. Went over and hugged him hard. My father stopped forcing me to say anything. Only after that, I could clearly feel my father's estrangement from my mother and Song Jingyan. Every time Song Jingyan takes the initiative to show kindness to my father, my dad turned a blind eye. My mom courted my dad. My dad likes to ignore it too. Even my dad doesn't usually go to the company. It's become more frequent. I see that my mother and Song Jingyan are a little impatient. After dinner they hid in the corner and talked in secret. Send it to the New Year's book, mother. Didn't you say that man is easy to please? But no matter what I do, he treats me coldly. Why exactly? My mom said, I don't know what's going on. He's like a different person. Maybe menopause is coming. Dad temper. Leave him alone. Tomorrow, your second sister will go home for winter vacation. He is brainless. You please him first. Song Jingyan promises you to replace Lu Huai in this home as soon as possible. Once you become the heart of the whole family. In the future, it will be easy for us to acquire this property. Then we'll be able to pick up your dad for fun. My mom told me. Mom, don't worry. Lu Huai is the waste in this greenhouse. How could it be my opponent? I will soon be valued by my whole family. Song had a plan for a few years, and it was true in the previous life. Not only was I unprepared for Song for several years, and under my mom's brainwashing, treat him like a brother. But he's plotting against me and wrong me. Make the whole family think I'm narrow-minded. In the end, I only like him. But this life, he's not so lucky. Noon the next day. My second sister Lu Mingya went home for winter vacation. He is a 100 kilograms fat girl. Never exercise. Just like to eat junk food. He doesn't study. Playing games every day. I went to college and my family paid for it. In the eyes of outsiders, my second sister is a useless existence. My dad never thought my second sister would become like this, but he did spend too much energy on my eldest sister's education. The second sister is mainly my mother in charge. My mother always told my second sister, there is a eldest sister at home. He just needs to be a carefree rich second generation. Gradually, my second sister lost her enterprising spirit at all. All day long, I only know how to eat and wait to die. In the second season, Son Jinian was the first to go forward to meet him. He took the initiative to approach my second sister and whispered in her ear, "I heard from my mother that you like potato chips the most. Fried chicken spicy strips. I bought a lot of instant noodles early and put them in your room. I also bought your favorite Coke. Don't tell Dad." I saw the surprise in my second sister's eyes. My dad doesn't allow these things in the house. Every time I go home, I will check the luggage brought back by my second sister. I don't give my second sister a chance to eat these foods at all. My mother used to buy it for her secretly. Now it's Son Jingnian instead. I obviously felt that my second sister had a great affection for Son Jingnian in an instant. Until he heard my heart. Looking at the close picture of my second sister and Son Jingnian, and I pouted. I said in my heart that the second sister is so fat. And eat that junk food. Do you really want to be a fat woman for the rest of your life? I saw my second sister's fleshy smile stiffen, and he turned his head and locked his eyes on me, staring at me. 3-year-olds know how bad it is to eat junk food. He never thought about why his mother and Son Jingnian would give him this kind of food. What are you saying? My second sister asked me angrily. I didn't say anything. My face, innocent. My second sister was also a little surprised because she didn't really see me speak, but the next moment she heard my voice. Don't tell the second sister. He was deliberately nourished by my mother. My second sister looked at me even more shocked. I continued to say in my heart, but the second sister will really get esophageal cancer because she eats too much junk food. He died skinny and skinny. My second sister's eyes are wide open. Look at me in disbelief. I turned around and walked away. While walking, I want to make my second sister, mother and Son Jingyan. Anyway, after the Sujin year, he doesn't love me anymore. Lu Huai, my second sister is calling me. What's wrong with me, second sister? Your second sister hesitated for a moment. Maybe for a second I thought I was hallucinating. She said I brought you a present. Before it was delivered to this home for a few years. I am the favorite of this family. Everyone in the family dotes on me. Even this heretical second sister is no exception. I go slowly. My second sister handed me a limited edition sneaker. Do you like it? I nodded, but I wasn't enthusiastic. I can't beat it in my heart and treat me so well now. After a while, it will only be good for Su Jingnian alone. Even these shoes will be snatched by Son Jinian in the end. How could this be given to you by the second sister? My second sister just opened her mouth. Son Jinian suddenly interjected. Cool, I've never seen such cool sneakers since I was a kid. Like a dream. Wan Nerji looked at Son Jingnian with some displeasure. Son Jingnian said with envy, that the Ro is really happy. The second sister is so kind to my brother. I want to be able to have such a handsome pair of shoes to play ball with me. I'm sure I'll be the happiest boy in the world. In the last few years, Song Dynasty used this innocent and pitiful appearance. My second sister was very generous and asked me to give the sneakers. Give it away for a few years and say you will buy me another pair in the future to compensate me. I gave it away a few years later. My second sister never bought it from me again. His love for me was stolen by Song Jinian. At this moment, I didn't wait for my second sister to speak. He directly gave the sneakers to Song Jinian. Take it if you like. I didn't expect it anyway. I won't give it. The second sister will also persuade me to give it to him. I don't want to embarrass my second sister. I'll give you a careful face. Really? Thank you, brother. Not at that moment. I resigned myself to the thought that Song Jingnian deliberately got his shoes dirty and damaged. Then they wronged me for doing it. As in the previous life. And I put it in his hand. As soon as he let go, the shoebox fell directly to the ground. The sneakers inside rolled out. Just fell into the mud pit next to it. At the same time, there is also the sound of sending a few years to collapse. Such nice shoes. Why is it dirty? I've dreamed of it all my life. While feeling wronged, I also questioned my brother. Even if you don't want to give it to me, you can't throw it on the ground on purpose. After saying that, he hurriedly said to my second sister, don't blame your brother. He must have been careless too. Why should I blame Lu Huai? My second sister is inexplicable. Looking at Son Jingnian with disgust. Son Jingnian was a little embarrassed. Son don't understand. He thought that at this time, the second sister would blame me. Call me petty. But I didn't expect the second sister to ask such a rhetorical question. He couldn't even say his prepared lines. It's your fault you didn't catch the shoe. Blame you. Why blame it? Yes, my brother deliberately threw it on the ground when he handed it to me. Son Jinian explained, in a low voice. It doesn't matter if you hurry to daughter road again. I don't care. You still care. What face do you have to care about? You did something wrong. You are not only unrepentant, also sow discord. What's your heart? My second sister is very loud. Son Jingnian blushed after being pulled by my second sister, who asked you to come to my house. Where do you want to go? You are not welcome in this house. Saying that, second sister Wan is going to drag Son away for a few years. Son was frightened for a few years and shouted. My mother originally wanted to give Son Jingnian enough space to please my second sister, so I deliberately didn't leave it in the living room. My dad also went to the company and hasn't come back yet. At this moment, my mother heard the sound and came out quickly. How come? Lu Mengyao, how could you treat your brother like this? My mom snapped. My second sister yelled at my mother that he was not my brother. Lu Huai is my brother. You brought it back, right? You hurry up and send him away. What are you talking about? After coming to our house for a few years, I became a part of the family. Why are you still so ignorant when you are so old? My mother blamed Son Jinian for dragging him to her side. Thanks to your brother, he also prepared snacks for you. Buy it for you at the risk of being discovered by your dad. You are so ungrateful. When my mom got the snacks, I saw that my second sister was directly angry. She wanted to shout at my mom. At that moment, I suddenly heard my heart again. If I were the second sister, I wouldn't argue with my mother now. It's useless to be nosy anyway. Mom brought it home for a few years just to rob our family's property. The second sister should be angry and make a new change at this time. Finally, I killed my mother by surprise. My second sister paused and swallowed the words that came to her mouth. And he said, well, I have only one brother, Lu Huai. Saying that, my second sister dragged me away. Leave my mother and Son to meet face to face for a few years. Dazed. They can't figure it out. Why is my whole family suddenly smarter? Why can't they fool us? Back to my second sister's room. My second sister was so angry that she threw away all the snacks she had prepared for several years. Like thinking of something, he also uninstalled the game on his phone. After doing all, he suddenly looked at me, seriously asked me, have I ever let you down? I quickly shook my head, inspired to know. I know the second sister is the best. I don't forget the second sister of the ancient city. I was just deceived by my mother. I know she's smart. I will definitely become a very good person in the future. My second sister smiled. He looked touched. She said, show your heart. Second sister will definitely work hard in the future. Be an excellent person. I will never let anyone bully you in the future. Okay, I believe in the second sister. And I nod my head heavily. The first thing my second sister did when she got home was to go to the hospital for a full body examination. Then I hired a personal trainer. Create a weight loss plan. In addition to losing weight, my second sister picked up the book again. Got a tutor. Started in elementary school. I spent the entire winter vacation studying. Are losing weight. He was dumbfounded by my mother and Son Jinian. Obviously they didn't do anything. Why did you come to this house from Son Jinian? My father and my second sister have both changed. My dad didn't go to the company. I leave everything in the company to my mother. My mom came this close to buying the hearts of the company. Become the test taker who truly controls the company. As a result, as soon as my mother went to the company, those who had been wavering shareholders and executives. I don't buy my mother's account at all. My mom was vomiting blood. I heard her secretly talking to Song Jingnian again. This time, I'm obviously a little more dissatisfied with Song Jingnian. What's the matter with you? Didn't I ask you to come back to please the people in this family? Why did you make a mess instead? This is getting further and further away from my plan. How can I bring your dad here to enjoy himself? My mother's voice was reproachful. I don't know. I did what you taught me. But they don't believe me. Song Jingnian cried when he was wronged. My mom doesn't know what went wrong. He's a little grumpy. The jar was broken directly, and your eldest sister is going home for the Chinese New Year soon. He trusts me the most. Also most grateful to me. Don't worry about the others. It's not climatic anyway. Your eldest sister is the designated heir to this family. Well, this time I will definitely perform well. I will definitely make my eldest sister like me. Send a few years guarantee. I'm probably a little unwilling. She thinks he's better than me at everything. I can see people's eyes better than me, then I can express myself. How can you not get the love of the whole family? In my last life, when I was thrown off the rooftop by my mother, and he was taunting me in a big way. Said he'd left me with nothing with one finger. After I accidentally fell off the rooftop and died on the spot. My dad and my two sisters are actually still very sad. It didn't take long to be confused by Song Jinian's sugar-coated cannonballs. And not long after that, all of them were wiped out by my mother and Song Jinian. Think of the past life. I clenched my teeth. This time, my mother and Song Jinian should be punished. A week before Chinese New Year, my eldest sister Lu Huai came back from abroad to recover from her injuries. 6 months ago, my sister's car suddenly failed to brake. In a terrible car accident, my dad and I were traveling abroad that day. My second sister is playing games at home. It was my mother who dared to save my eldest sister. It is said that it was raining very heavily at that time. Road collapse. The ambulance cannot arrive at the scene of the accident in the first place. It was my mother who carried my sister for a few kilometers before she was put into the ambulance. The whole process was also photographed by passing pedestrians. Everyone is singing the greatness of my love. Our family's feelings for my mother have also deepened. But the truth is, that car accident was done by my mother. Because my eldest sister is the heir to the family. So my mom wants to get him offline as soon as possible. If my eldest sister dies, my second sister is a waste again. There is only one me. In my mom's opinion, I was easy to deal with. Just send it to my place at home for a few years. Since then, in the end, this family business naturally became the bag of their mother and son. Surprisingly, she didn't die on the spot. My mom didn't want to save my sister. It was filmed by passers-by. She can't help it. There can only be such a bitter play. My sister was taken to the hospital for treatment. Finally, one person survived, leg disability. My mother suggested that my sister go abroad to continue treatment. He said that foreign medical equipment is more advanced. Helped my sister recover. He also actively helped my sister contact the best private hospitals. The result can be imagined. Half a year has passed. My sister's legs are not getting any better. Sister, you are finally back. I've always wanted to see you. Song Jinian ran up to my eldest sister. Smile like a butterfly. He said he had been hearing about you from his mother before. Say you are mature, stable, beautiful, generous and civilized. Better to meet. You are younger and better looking than I thought. My sister has become very insecure because of her broken legs. A little bit autistic. There was a time when my dad and I would often fly abroad to see him. But they were all kicked out by him. He doesn't want to see anyone. Only my mom. In the end we didn't dare to see him again. Now Song Jinian is so proactive. Obviously makes my eldest sister uncomfortable. But I can't seem to resist his enthusiasm. His eyes are full of seeing his new play.